to understand this very well, I would want us to look at December 2024, December 2024, question number 1B. December 2024, question number 1B. Then we'll be able to understand this concept very well. I'll take this as another example. December 2024, question number 1B. Once you get the question, can you kindly put your thumbs up like this, or you simply say Y for yes? You simply say Y for yes. December 2024. Yeah, thank you so much. So here they've told us, consider a company manufacturing a product with the following functions. So the marginal revenue is given there, and then they have given us the average cost given there. They want us to formulate the profit function. So they've given me marginal revenue equals 50 minus 4Q. Now remember that marginal revenue are the minute, the little revenues. So the first thing that I'm supposed to do is to change this marginal revenue to total revenue. Because when I'm getting profit, I will take total revenue minus total cost. So change MR to total revenue, which I'll use as R or TR, it doesn't matter. Now, if you remember very well, your mwalimu must have drawn something like this. For those who are not in my class, all right, because I know here there are so many students coming from other colleges. So in this case here, we know that whenever you breaking down the total revenue to these minute or marginal revenues, marginal incremental revenues, whenever you're breaking revenue to marginal revenue, here, this way, you differentiate. Here, you shall differentiate. And should they give you these minute, little tiny revenues, and then they want you to build up a whole tree, right? A stem of a tree. So then that means that you must sum this. These ones here backwards like this, you will always do what we call what here? Integration. You will always integrate. You will always integrate. And that is why you are told that integration is the reverse of differentiation. Integration is the reverse of differentiation. All right. So in this case here, they have given me marginal revenue and they want me to get total revenue. They have given me marginal revenue, they want me to get total revenue. So the question is, in this particular question, am I going to integrate or differentiate? Use I for integration, use D for differentiation. Yeah. Should I integrate or should I? Thank you so much. So marginals, grow them up. They're small. Grow them up by integration. Integrate. So to get total revenue, my R, I will integrate the marginal revenue. So remember this time around, I'm integrating this with respect to Q. So then can somebody give me the integrated function here? Can you kindly give me R? Can somebody give me a trial here? So the R here, after integrating this, integrate this with respect to Q. Remember, whenever you're integrating, you're growing the powers. You grow the powers by 1, you divide by the new power. You grow the power by 1, you divide by the new power. So could you kindly integrate for me? Let's see, we'll be able to get this right. Let's see, we shall be able to get this right. So R will be equal to who? Let's see. Remember, in integration, nothing ever disappears. Thank you, Carol, for trying. In integration, nothing ever disappears and nothing will ever remain the same. Nothing ever disappears and nothing ever remains the same. Thank you very much, Saina, for your trial. And of course, for the students who are studying in other colleges or who are studying on their own, I would want to take this opportunity to welcome you to RCM College. We are the best college in East Africa. And we charge Kenya shillings 4,800 per paper. If you're interested with our college, please call us today. Our number is 0719-525 000, 0719 525 000. I write it here, 0719 525 000, or 0793 555 000, whichever. Thank you very much, Charles. Yes, thank you very much, Sir Charles. Yeah, thank you very much. All right, so here we are. So change marginal revenue to total revenue by integration. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please listen. My R will be the integral of marginal revenue. So my R in that case here then will be equal to integrate this constant. If it was differentiation, a constant would have disappeared. Here we are lifting things up. We are lifting things up. And you are told for constants, whenever you're integrating them, if it's a constant, whenever you're integrating, always add the variable. You can't leave it like that. You add the variable. So it becomes what here? 50Q. I would have put X, but you see now the variable is Q. So for constants, you always amplify them. Whenever you are integrating, you amplify. Things are being amplified. You amplify them by adding the variable of the equation. And then we'll be able to come and continue minus. Remember, there is a raised power 1, which is silent there. All right. So I'll come slowly here, say 4Q. All right. But remember, there is 1 that is there. And in integration, what am I supposed to do? To add 1. So then this becomes what here? 4Q squared. Don't forget the aspect of dividing by the new power. Don't forget the aspect of dividing by what here? The new power. Don't forget that aspect. Don't forget that aspect. Don't forget that aspect. And remember, you only divide this term alone by the new power. Don't divide both of them. No. Because I know all those who are saying 25Q, they are also dividing this with 2. No. It's only this term. So whenever you're told to integrate, let me just repeat. If you tell me to integrate 2x raised to power 3, how will this behave like? It will be 2x, increase the power here by 1. So 3 plus 1, that gives me 4. That gives me 4. So this gives me 4 all over the new power, which is 4, plus a constant of what here? Integration. If you tell me to integrate, for example, just 60, all right, I will tell you whenever I integrate, nothing can ever remain the same. Nothing disappears and nothing ever remains the same. So if you tell me to integrate 60 with respect to x or with respect to q, if you tell me to integrate 60 just suddenly like that, I will integrate it with respect to x. And whenever I integrate a constant, it will take up the variable. So this becomes what here? 60x. And of course, we have here plus k, constant of integration. So are we together, ladies and gentlemen? Up to here, are we together? You simply mention there Y for yes, or N for no, or N for no, or N for no. Thank you so much. So I'm trying to integrate this one here. So I've been able, let me repeat this. I would have loved to say 50x. But you see, in this case here, we have what here? We have a Q. We have a Q. So Q is the variable of integration. 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 So how do I integrate? So to integrate is to put together. You can see 50 does not have anything. 50 does not have anything. So in this case here, when I'm integrating, amplifying, then I must come and add what here? The variable of integration, 50Q. Minus, there's an implied raised to 1 there, which will always be there. Whenever you see Q alone, there is a silent 1. There is a silent 1 here. So in that case here, what do we have? For Q, there was a 1 there, and we must add 1, isn't it? So it becomes what here? 2 all over 2 plus, in this case here, what we call K, plus what we call K. Now, Okongo, I can see Okongo telling me to repeat many times. You know, also mathematics, you should never fear mathematics. Keep on trying things. You try, because this is really simple things. Try from your side as well. Try from your side as well, because I can assure you, not unless you have a problem with your internet, these simple arithmetics, because the moment somebody has told you integration really is all about doing what? Is all about increasing the power by 1. All right? So the formula here, you increase the power by 1. So it becomes n plus what? N plus 1. And then what do you do, somebody? After you've increased the power by 1, what do you do? What do you do after increasing the power by 1, especially Congo? What do you do after you increase the power by 1? What do you do? You divide by the new power. You divide by the new power, which is n plus 1, plus what here? Plus k. You must always have here plus k. So you see now, this is very simple. Now in your mind, you must start seeing that this thing is simple and I will love it. So that, for example, if you're told here to integrate x, say even 7, x raised to 8. So if somebody tells you to integrate 7x raised to 8, can somebody give me an answer here? 7x raised to 8. I will remember, what has my teacher told me? Increase the power by 1, divided by the new power. Increase the power by 1, divided by the new power. So what do we have here? So this will be increased by 1. This becomes 9. Thank you. This becomes 9 now. So it will be 7x raised to power 9 all over the new power. All over the new power. Plus, in this case here, k. So Ochola really is not, they're not very hard. So long as you're able to see the rhythm, increase the power by 1, divided by the new power. Increase the power by 1, divided by the new power. Just that. Just that. So come and give us here our revenue. It will be the integral of marginal revenue. So then this is a constant. What is the rule of constants? A constant will have to eat the variable. So it becomes 50q. Minus, there is an implied 1 there. So it becomes now 4q squared over what here? The new power, which is 2 plus k. Now let me ask you a question. In mathematics, do we have anything known as constant revenue? In business, do we have anything known as constant revenue? That even if you don't sell, there is revenue guaranteed for you, because this k means constant revenue. The k means constant revenue. What I know, there is a constant cost. Because cost, even if I was to have 0 students, there is always that cost that must be incurred. It's called fixed cost. Cost will always have some minimum in a business. Cost must always be there. We must have that fixed cost. Cost, we shall be having constant cost. But revenue, trust you, not unless you are a thief. If you don't sell anything, your revenue will always be equal to 0. So in revenue function, k is always equal to what? To 0. And therefore, my revenue will be 50q minus, check this out. This and this will give me 2 minus 2q squared. Where does this k go to? K disappears because under revenue function, k is always 0. Under revenue function, k is always 0. So can you kindly double underline this revenue function and now confirm to me whether we are together there? Confirm to me whether we are together. All right. Yeah, you simply say Y for yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, from there, they have given me the cost function. Remember, what they want me to do in Roman 1 is to give them profit, which is pi. And to get profit, we normally take revenue minus who? Revenue minus cost. To get profit, we normally take revenue minus cost. Profit is revenue minus cost. So already I have revenue, but I don't have cost. So what these guys have given me here, what they have given me here is average cost. Average cost. They have told me average cost equals who? 5 minus 16 over q. Now, can somebody talk to me? According to your understanding, whenever you hear of average cost, what comes to your mind? You as an accountant, because I know you are accountants. Average cost, what comes to your mind? Remember that also RCM has partnered with HELB. We have partnered with HELB for students who are doing CASNEB courses to benefit out of HELP loans. HELP loans at RCM will be given a maximum of 100,000 maximum, 100,000, which will cater for your tuition fees, which will cater for all your examination, exemption, registration with CASNEB, etc. And that loan, you'll start paying it after 3 years. After 3 years. It attracts interests over 6%. If you're interested, of course, with that loan, if Sir Charles is around here, I could give you his number. If you're interested with that loan, you can talk to Sir Charles if he's around. I've not mastered his number. The other option is that, you can talk to this lady called RISPA 0793 555 000. 0793 555 000 for any HELP loan, if you want a HELP loan like that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, nobody has spoken to me. Whenever I hear anything to do with the average means per unit. Average means per unit. Average means per unit. So it could be cost per unit or revenue per unit. So it means, ladies and gentlemen, that this AC is cost per unit. Then how about total cost? So total cost will be average cost times quantity here. Average cost times quantity. Average cost times quantity. So to get total cost, that I'll be calling C. C will be my total cost. I will take average cost, because that is cost per unit, times all the units. So it will be average cost times all the units, which is quantity Q like that. So do we have AC? The A is 5 minus 16 over Q. So come and multiply this with Q. So remember, when I'm given average cost, I don't integrate. When I'm given average cost, take the average cost function and multiply it with Q. Multiply it with Q to get total, or with X, depending on what the examiner is using as the variable. Distributive law, distribute this inside here. So you distribute this inside here, what do we have? When you distribute this inside here, so Q will multiply this number, it will multiply this number as well. So it will be 5Q minus this and this, the Q and the Q will cancel out, minus 16. So this is the cost function. 5Q minus 16. 5Q minus 16. So whenever they talk of average cost, always remember that is cost for one unit. And they want total cost, so times number of units. Total cost times number of units. All right. So I hope that is okay. Then now go ahead and give me, please read the question. The question itself wanted us to formulate the profit function. So let's formulate the profit function. So how do we get profit? So my profit is revenue. Is there somebody who is able to remember our revenue function? Anybody who is able to remember our revenue function? Our revenue function, yes, we got 50Q, if I remember, 50Q minus 2Q squared. Do we remember this function? 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 50Q minus 2Q squared minus cost. The cost function, we already have the cost function. If you remember very well, our cost function was 5Q minus 16. I've marked CASNEB exams for so many years, over 25 years. And I know where students make mistakes. Where they will always make mistakes, ladies and gentlemen, is, for instance, like now here. You can see here, I'm putting my respective functions in brackets. So many students here will forget to put these things in brackets. All right. Now let's go ahead and open our brackets. When we are opening our brackets, we are cognizant of the sign. So like now here, we know that there is a positive sign. There is a positive sign. Positive is a weak sign. Positive is a weak sign. Whatever signs we have inside here will remain. So when I'm opening these, the positive sign here will never change anything inside here. So this will be 50Q minus 2Q squared minus. Here we have a negative. Negative ni mambo bad. Negative ita change sign. Kama ilikuwa positive, say itakuwa negative 5q plus 16, because now this one will change this. Will change this was minus, now it becomes plus. So are we together now up to here? Are we together somehow up to here? Are we together somehow up to here? Yeah, please use Y for yes. I'm also evaluating you guys. Yeah, you can always ask questions, but as I've advised you like your father, don't fear these things. Try them out. Try them out. So from there, what do? We shall come and put love, those terms that love each other together. We put those terms that love each other together. Like now the Q's, this Q and this Q. You see, this is positive 50, this is minus 5Q. So then we get here 45Q. Because this is 50 minus 5Q. All right, thank you very much. So this, I tick the 2. This does not have a lover, does not have a like term. So we bring it the way it is, minus 2Q squared. Tick. Also, this one does not have a like term. Bring it with a sign. So plus 16. So profit function, hooray, gotten this one. So they wanted us to get the profit function that we have gotten. From there, number 2, ladies and gentlemen, they want us now to maximize things. They want us to maximize the profit. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please listen, listen, listen. If you start your business today, you'll always start from a negative zone, a loss. So this is profit, this is loss. So if you are doing a profit and loss statement, when you start the business, you'll start from here, and then you start going up. You minimize the loss. You reach a point we call break even, where profit is 0, it's known as break even. So you continue again, you can't make profits forever. After some time, you will start, in this case, you're doing what? You're going down. All right? So this is the point of maximum profit. This one here is the point of profit maximum profit. One thing you're supposed to know is that at this maximum profit, the gradient is always 0. If you are climbing this mountain, when you reach here, you can even sit down. Gravity will not pull you this way because your gradient is always 0. Gradient at the optimal point, gradient at maximum profit or minimum cost. Gradient at maximum profit is always 0. Gradient that's what you cram. Gradient at maximum profit, gradient at maximum profit is always equal to 0. And how do we get gradient? Always gradient, you differentiate. You differentiate like that. So what do you want to maximize? The profit. So do I have the profit function? Oh, yes. So we have here 45Q minus 2Q squared plus 16, and I want us to differentiate this. So we talk of d profit over dq. So can you kindly differentiate this function for me and give me a differentiated equation? Give me a derivative. Is there somebody who can differentiate this for me? Please try your best. Anybody who can differentiate this for me? Please try your best. Please try your best. Anybody who can differentiate this for me? Please try your very, very best. Differentiate. Thank you, Saina. Thank you, Caro. Thank you, everybody. You guys are really trying. 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 Yeah, Saina is also asking a very, very important question there. I will be able to address that. So they're telling me, Mwalimu, go ahead and differentiate this. So when I differentiate these, it will be 45 minus, this gives me 4Q. 4Q. The constant on differentiation, the constant does what? Here disappears. And you have just said that at the point of differentiation here, at the point of maximum profit, our d profit over dq will be equal to what here? Will be equal to 0. So then can you kindly go ahead and make q the subject of the formula? go ahead and make Q the subject of the formula. So if you make Q the subject of the formula, you will have here minus 4Q equals, this 45 goes to the other side. So it becomes minus 45. Because here it's positive. On the other side, it becomes negative. So then Q will be equal to minus 45 over minus 4, which will be equal to what here, somebody? So this gives me 11.25 units. And you have to write them like that, 0.25. You have to write them like that, 11.25 units. We write them like that. You don't round them off to a whole number. Now, it's only one positive point. We don't have to go to the second order derivative. We don't have to go to the second order condition. This one is just enough. They wanted us in number 2 to determine the quantity to be produced in order to maximize profit. So this is Roman 2. And then the last requirement, they want us to calculate the maximum profit. So then what do you think shall we do to be able to get the maximum profit? What do you think shall we do to be able to get maximum profit? Somebody advise me. You're also my advisors. I'm so happy because I have, substitute Q in the profit equation, isn't it? Substitute for Q in, thank you, Grace. So in this case here, we have our profit will be equal to 45 times this Q. Q we know is 11.25 minus 2 times Q, which is 11.25. I'm substituting here for Q because they want the profit. Profit is pi. So minus 2 times 11.25 squared plus 16. So then you get out your calculator and you give me an answer. 45 times 11.25 minus 2 times 11.25 squared plus 16. Give me an answer. What are we getting, somebody here? Give me an answer. What are we getting, somebody here? Yeah, thank you so much. Give me your answer. What are we getting, somebody here? Mm-hmm. I'm waiting for your good answers. You simply use always use your calculator. 45 times 11.25 minus 2 times 11.25 squared plus 16, 269.13125. Thank you very much. Yeah, remember this was in shillings thousands. You can either leave it like that or you simply write into brackets shillings 269.125 in shillings thousands. Remember, the marginal revenue was in shillings thousands. Average cost was also in terms of shillings what year? Thousands. Then somebody had asked us a good question. What if when you reach here at the point of profit maximization, you say that at maximum profit, marginal revenue equals marginal what? Cost. You'll get the same answers. You'll get the same answer. So it'll be upon you to make sure that you try. Also, this other root of marginal revenue equals marginal cost. So, ladies and gentlemen, I've come to the end of our today's session. I'll be having these lunch hour classes often. I think, I don't know whether you guys would love us to be doing the 1 o'clock classes at exactly 1. At exactly 1, do you think we should be doing them like every day? Do you think we should be doing them like every day? Yeah, just one like that. But the most important thing, I'll be able to advise you something perhaps you may not be knowing. You know, learning online is fun. At times when Mwalimu is teaching, you may not be able to see anything. But when you get this video later on, like now you get this video immediately after this, you should be able to get the video and then, of course, watch it just look. What was this gentleman doing? Once then you get one concept, I believe you have these revision kits. These revision kits, in this case here, with questions and what here? With questions and answers. All right? Try other questions. Try other questions from, Grace, I'll be able to give you this video. I hope you are, all of you signed in. You know, if you're a student of RCM, you must be signed into the LMS. Do you have the LMS access, our learning management system access? Yeah, if you have a LMS access, you can start seeing my videos. They have done a lot. I've taught QA, I've told you, for the last 25 years. So I know the buttons that you need to press to be able to pass this thing. The revision kit is 1,000 shillings. It's 1,000 shillings. You can as well call this number 0793 0793 07. You can call 0793 555 000 to place your order. And remember, if you are studying with us through HELB, you can use your HELB money to buy these books. You can use your HELB money to buy these books. So you must practice a lot. And then the other thing, you know, there are some of us who did KCSE long time ago. You'll get somebody who is in this class, they did KCSE like 10 years ago. No problem. Nobody will be able to vilify you. No problem. What you need to be doing, what you need to be doing is to, like, for example, if Mwalimu says tomorrow we shall be doing mattresses, you go and look for a video on mattresses. Watch it in advance. Watch it in advance. Watch it in advance. Get a video on mattresses. Watch just one video in advance to just get a know-how. When we come here, like now, tomorrow, I'll be doing mattresses. Then you'll become a superstar. You will become a superstar. You'll become a superstar. You'll become a superstar. You'll become a superstar. Otherwise, I don't think I've got much from my side. If you are here and you are not an RCM student, I can't even imagine what you're losing. I can't imagine what you're losing. You just need to join us like today. You just need to join us like today. Lunch hour is very good. Lunch hour, 1 hour is very good. If we do it 1 hour every day, it's very, very good. It will be actually too much sign up for you. It will be too much for you. Yeah. Because, you know, I'm not coming here to introduce like new concepts. No. Like today I've wasted a lot of time here because I try to teach you like how do you differentiate, how do you integrate. No. My role is to revise. We'll have to agree. We'll have to agree that Mwalimu, you are coming to revise, past paper questions direct. Then I'll be able to cover like 2 questions every day. If I do that from different topics, you guys will be able to pass very, very easily. I don't have to stay here for 2 hours. No, it will be too much. Just 1 hour, but revision, meaning that I must tell you in advance what I'm coming to do. When I tell you in advance what I'll be doing, not the work of reading a little bit, the topic will be on you. And then me, I come to do what you to just repeat. Thank you so much. 1 hour revision is okay. If it is 2 hours, that will be too much. That will be too much. Yeah. Yeah. Otherwise, thank you very much. You are a good class. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. Yeah, I'll be able to give you Okinda. I'll be able to, but it's mattresses. Mattresses. Tomorrow I'll be doing mattresses. 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 All right. And then I'll still come back to differentiation to show you what we call partial differentiation. When you have got many, many variables. When you've got many, many variables, we shall be coming back. Otherwise, thank you very much. Be blessed. See you next time. And let's make RCM the biggest college in East Africa. Right now, we are the best. But I would want to become the biggest in East Africa. With your help, yes, we can. Thank you. Bye. Oh, it's already big. Okay. Thank you, Maureen. We shall overcome.